Picture this: Selena Gomez, the woman millions see as the face of resilience, grace, and unfiltered honesty, drops a revelation so shocking, the internet practically breaks overnight. She announces she has paused her wedding plans with Benny Blanco, the man fans believed was her forever. And then, with just 3 words, "I love another," she shatters expectations. The world gasps. Was she being poetic, playful, or painfully real? Was this the first visible crack in what looked like her perfect fairy tale? Social media didn't just react, it exploded. Theories spread like wildfire. Was this cryptic message aimed at Justin Bieber, the ghost who never seems to leave Selena's story? Could it really be possible that after years of heartbreak songs, diary-like confessions, and fans dissecting every lyric, Selena's heart still tugged in his direction? Or were fans projecting their own nostalgia onto words she never meant? That way? Because make no mistake, this wasn't just another headline. This was gasoline poured on a fire that's been burning since the early 2010s. Back then, Justin wasn't just a teen sensation, he was the teen sensation. Selena wasn't just a Disney darling, she was breaking into global superstardom. Together, they weren't just a couple, they were Yelena. Their love story wasn't just watched, it was lived by millions. Red carpets filled with longing glances, breakups marked by cryptic captions, paparazzi photos that made you believe in love, followed by tweets that reminded you heartbreak is universal. Fans didn't just follow their relationship, they grew up with it, projecting their own crushes, heartbreaks, and what-ifs onto this whirlwind. That's why even today, one ambiguous line from Selena still sets the internet on fire. And yet, for a while, it seemed like the story had closed. Benny Blanco entered Selena's life with no drama, no baggage, just steady reassurance. A man with his own career, his own acclaim, deeply rooted in the same creative world as Selena. This wasn't Hollywood fluff. This was supposed to be real. For fans, their engagement meant Selena finally found her safe place after years of heartbreak, illness, and relentless scrutiny. Her happily ever after was here. Until suddenly, it wasn't. Because pausing wedding plans isn't unusual in Hollywood. Careers get busy. People take time. But Selena didn't just quietly hit pause. She wrapped it in a phrase designed to stop the world. "I love another." Was she speaking metaphorically about loving her family, her music, even herself? Or was it literal? And if literal, who exactly is the another? Benny's silence only fueled speculation. Unlike others who clap back with shade or posts, Benny said nothing. To some, that silence screamed strength, proof he was secure in their love. To others, it hinted at strain, because imagine being engaged to someone whose past relationship is etched into pop culture history. No matter how confident you are, that shadow is heavy. And if Selena's words pointed to a heart still tethered elsewhere, how long can Benny carry that weight? Social media is split. One side defends Selena's right to slow down, to put her happiness first, to embrace self-love. They argue, "I love another" could mean "I love me," and that choosing wholeness isn't selfish. It's brave. But the other side is convinced. This is Justin's name written in invisible ink. They drag up old photos, interviews, lyrics, even body language, breakdowns to prove Selena never truly let him go. And then, of course, the chaos corner. Meme accounts claiming she was talking about tacos, her dog, or her rare beauty moisturizer. Because on the internet, heartbreak and humor always collide. But beneath the noise is a deeper truth. Selena's. Relationships aren't just hers anymore. They belong to a generation who tied their own coming of age to her story. Every move she makes echoes across millions of hearts. And maybe, just maybe, this isn't about Justin or Benny at all. Maybe it's about Selena choosing herself. This is the woman who has battled lupus, survived a kidney transplant, opened up about her mental health, and carried fame since her teenage years. Maybe pausing her wedding plans isn't a confession of unfinished love, it's a declaration of self-love. Maybe "I love another" means "I love me." And if that's the case, it's not scandalous, it's powerful. It reminds us love isn't linear and life isn't a script, even for a superstar. Still, the internet rarely chooses the quiet explanation. Every smile, every silence, every lyric becomes a clue in a story that may or may not even exist. Fans wait, wondering, will Selena clarify? Will she return with Benny? Or could a Yelena chapter really reopen in the most unexpected way? Selena's pause wasn't just a headline, it was a mirror reflecting how complicated love, timing, and identity really are, especially under the world's microscope. Her words sting because we've all felt them. We've all whispered truths our world wasn't ready to hear. So the question remains, who is the another Selena loves? Only she knows. But one thing is certain, the world will keep watching, dissecting, and waiting for answers. What do you think? Was Selena hinting at Justin, at herself, or someone else entirely? Drop your theories below, because this story is far from over. And just when the world thought Selena's 3 words couldn't get any louder, the silence around her began speaking volumes. Benny Blanco, the man at the center of this storm, stayed quiet for days. No posts, no likes, no cryptic lyrics. For a fandom hungry for answers, his silence was deafening. Some called it strength, a sign he wasn't going to let gossip control his relationship. Others called it fear. Was he blindsided, hurt, or just waiting for Selena to clarify? Meanwhile, Justin Bieber's name surged back into the spotlight. He didn't say anything directly, but his actions, subtle, strange, and oh so timed, kept people talking. Within hours of Selena's I Love Another reveal, Justin uploaded a photo carousel on Instagram. Throwback shots, moody selfies, and a black screen with the words, "Timing is cruel." To fans, it wasn't random. It felt like a shadowy response, a confession hidden in plain sight. Was he hinting that Selena's pause was about him? Or was it just coincidence feeding a hungry audience? The internet didn't hesitate to choose for him. Yelena trended worldwide within minutes. Old clips resurfaced. Justin dedicating songs to Selena, Selena wiping tears at award shows, fan edits blending the two as if no time had passed. It was 2011 all over again, except this time the stakes were higher. Selena wasn't just a heartbroken teenager anymore. She was a woman pausing a wedding. Justin wasn't just a teen idol, he was a husband and father whose every move now echoed with responsibility. And Benny? His silence finally broke, but not with words. Instead, he posted a photo of Selena in the studio, laughing, hair messy, no makeup, just joy. The caption was only a heart emoji. That single image said everything. For supporters, it was proof their bond was unshaken. For skeptics, it looked like damage control, an attempt to remind the world that she was still his. But here's the truth. In Hollywood, silence and emojis can be louder than essays. Every pause, every picture, every lyric becomes a battlefield. And fans aren't just watching, they're choosing sides. Team Benny sees him as Selena's safe harbor. Team Justin swears the story isn't finished. And then there's Selena herself, standing at the center of the storm with everyone waiting for her next move. So what happens now? Does Selena step forward with clarity, shutting down rumors once and for all? Does Benny draw his line in the sand with a stronger statement? Or will Justin, whether intentionally or not, fan the flames with another cryptic post? Whatever the case, one thing is certain, the I Love Another saga has only just begun. And if you thought the drama peaked there, think again. Because once Dosh Yelena started trending, the internet didn't stop at Selena and Justin. Suddenly, Hailey Bieber's name was dragged right back into the conversation. For years, Hailey has been painted as either the loyal wife who holds Justin together, or the woman forever living in Selena's shadow. So when Selena's I Love Another set the internet ablaze, fans began combing through Hailey's recent activity. Did she unfollow Selena? Was her sudden no makeup selfie a subtle clapback? Did her likes on certain posts reveal more than she intended? Whether it was real or imagined, the speculation was relentless, and for Hailey, it was a lose-lose situation. If she stayed quiet, people said she was bitter. If she posted something, people said she was shading Selena. It's the same cycle that has followed her since marrying Justin, a constant tug-of-war between defending herself and being accused of obsession. Meanwhile, the media machine wasted no time. Headlines screamed about a love triangle being rekindled. Talk shows debated whether Selena's cryptic words were marketing genius, personal heartbreak, or both. Even celebrity insiders began dropping vague quotes about tension behind the scenes and unresolved emotions fueling the storm. The narrative wasn't just about Selena's pause anymore, it had become a cultural event. And through it all, Selena said nothing more. Not a single clarification, not a denial, not a confirmation, just silence. And that silence, once again, became her most powerful weapon. Because in an industry where oversharing is the norm, holding back only makes the world lean in closer. Justin, on the other hand, kept adding fuel. Another late-night story popped up, a photo of a ring on a Bible with the caption, "Forever is complicated." Fans went wild. Was he talking about his marriage? About Selena? About both? The ambiguity was almost too perfect. Benny, as always, played it differently. He uploaded a playful TikTok cooking video with Selena, laughing as they spilled flour all over the counter. To casual fans, it was sweet. To diehards, it was strategy. A direct reminder that while the internet debated, their love was still alive in the kitchen, in the music, in the private moments that no rumor could touch. But that's the irony of it all. Because while Selena, Justin, Benny, and Hailey are just trying to live their lives, the rest of the world has turned it into a story bigger than them. And the longer Selena stays silent, the more the world fills in the blanks for her. So now the question isn't just, who is the another? The question is, how long can 4 people carry the weight of a love story that refuses to die? And here's where things spiral from drama into full-blown conspiracy. Because once Selena dropped those 3 words, the fandom didn't just debate. They started decoding. On TikTok, entire accounts popped up dissecting every lyric Selena has written in the last 3 years. Clips of "Lose You to Love Me" and "Single Soon" were suddenly played alongside Justin's "Ghost and Lonely." Fans swore. The lyrics lined up like puzzle pieces, painting a secret conversation between 2 people who haven't been together in years. Some even argued that Selena's "I Love Another" wasn't meant for today at all, but had been foreshadowed in unreleased demos whispered about by insiders. Twitter threads dug deeper, connecting flight paths, event appearances, even pauses. In interviews, a grainy clip of Justin and Selena supposedly crossing paths backstage at an award show resurfaced, with fans insisting their accidental smile was proof the flame never fully died. Others swore that Benny's own lyrics, especially his collaborations with Selena, held subtle digs at Justin, hidden in metaphors only hardcore fans could spot. The theories got so intense that memes started spreading. Selena's pause wasn't about love, it was about tacos. Justin's cryptic posts weren't about Selena, they were about Hailey's skincare line. Benny's silence, just a man waiting for his pasta to boil. Humor became a coping mechanism. But underneath the jokes, the obsession was clear. The fandom couldn't let go because deep down, they didn't want to. Meanwhile, celebrity blogs stoked the fire. Anonymous sources claimed Justin and Selena had been texting again. Others insisted Hailey had confronted Justin about unfinished business with his ex. None of it confirmed, none of it denied. Just enough smoke to keep people convinced there was fire. And the truth? That's the part no one knows. Because whether these theories are real or imagined, they've taken on a life of their own. Selena's words didn't just spark a conversation, they reignited a mythology. A mythology where every song, every caption, every silence is treated like sacred text waiting to be translated. And that's why this saga feels endless. It's not just about what Selena said or what Justin posted. It's about the way millions of people around the world have decided that their love story belongs to them too. So the bigger question isn't, what did Selena mean by "I love another" anymore? The real question is, how much of this is reality? And how much is the fandom writing the story for them? But here's the part that often gets buried beneath the noise: the toll. Because while the fandom spins theories and the media chases headlines, the people at the center of this saga are still human. For Selena, moments like this come with heavy déjà vu. She's spoken before about how public speculation around her relationships has triggered anxiety, worsened her lupus flares, and left her feeling like her life is never truly hers. Even when she shares something as personal as "I love another," it doesn't stay hers for long. It gets picked apart, reinterpreted, and reshaped into something she may not have even meant. Justin isn't immune either. Behind his cryptic posts and sudden resets lies a history of struggles with depression, fame fatigue, and pressure from every direction. His marriage, his faith, his fans, his legacy. Insiders whisper that the constant reemergence of Selena in the headlines cuts deep, reopening wounds he never properly healed. And while fans think it's drama, for him it may be another battle to keep his mental health steady. And then there's Hailey, caught in the crossfire more than anyone. No matter what she does, it seems she can't win. Support her husband? She's called controlling. Stay silent? She's accused of being obsessed. Every eye roll, every outfit, every Instagram like becomes ammunition in a war she never asked to fight. Add new motherhood into the mix, and the weight becomes crushing. Benny, too, carries his own pressure. He may laugh it off with memes and emojis, but imagine being the man who stepped into a love story that refuses to stay in the past. Even as Selena chose him, the world keeps shoving Justin's ghost between them. For someone who built his career on music, not tabloid spectacle, this is uncharted territory. And that's what makes this saga so different from most celebrity drama. It's not just entertainment, it's a cycle with real consequences. Every headline, every tweet, every theory becomes another layer of pressure, another mirror held up to people who never asked to live under a microscope this intense. So while fans argue over whether Selena's words meant Justin, Benny, or herself, maybe the real story is about something bigger. The impossible task of navigating love, heartbreak, and identity when the entire world is watching and waiting for you to slip. Because in Hollywood, love isn't just personal, it's performance. And sometimes the loudest applause hides the deepest scars.